I'm seeing those yeses flying in. I see them in all caps. I see exclamation points. Let's go. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do this. All right, fantastic. I'm so glad to see that you're all here and ready. I'm going to go here. This is a masterclass for two types of people. So I'm going to turn off my camera for a second so you can read it, but I do want to know, which one of these do you resonate with more? A business owner who is overwhelmed with everything there is to do to grow, or a successful business owner whose business growth has stalled and they are looking to get unstuck and grow much faster? And if you don't resonate with either of these, let us know where you are right now in the chat. So are you more number one? Are you feeling more overwhelmed, or are you stalled? All right, I see number two, stalled, a bit of both. 1, 2. All right. So a lot of you are a mix of both, but I see it's a lot of people in both categories. Okay, great. It sounds like you know exactly where you are. So let's get you unstuck today so that you can move forward. All right. So John Assaraf is CEO and founder of NeuroGym. He has a social media following of over 1.5 million. He is star of the massive success movie, The Secret, author of 2 New York Times best-selling books, builder of 5 seven-figure businesses, and has reached over 25,000 entrepreneurs to reach their fullest potential. He is a community leader and global speaker, and he has been featured on hundreds of podcasts. And he's going to be on in just a moment to share his wisdom with all of you. And if you stay to the very end today, John is going to do something special. Not only is he going to do a live Q&A, but he is also going to give anyone who stays through the entire event a free ebook that will show you how to unleash the superpowers of your subconscious to help you win the inner game of success. So if that sounds good for you, I want you one more time, go ahead and put a big yes in the chat. Let's let John know that you want that ebook. You're going to stay on this whole time. You're excited. Oh, great, Dave. Thank you for kicking that off. I know I'm about to see this chat fly with yeses. There we go. I know you're all in the right place. You're all ready to go. One more time, John has helped over 25,000 small business owners worldwide create life-changing success.
See that you're here. I see the comments in the chat. So let me ask you a question. Are you ready to discover a few things that can unleash your online brand, your online leads, your online sales? Are you ready for that? Let me know in the chat. If you're ready, just put a Y for yes, or just say yes. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Sarah. So listen, I've been obviously in business a long time, 43 years. I was one of the early guys on the internet. One of my internet companies we took public, and that was in 2007. And one of the things I can share with you is there's just so many people online right now. Does anybody know how many posts are made every single day online? How many posts do you think are made every single day online?
Oh, I sent you a graphic.
How many posts are made online every day? Anybody know? You're ready, Makita? 1.2 billion, over a billion, right? Billions of posts a day. How many emails are sent every single day? Let me know in the chat. What do you think?
Then give me a second.
All right, so just from you, 50. I mean, there's billions and billions, right, of messages every single day. And so here's my question for you. You're a small business owner. By the way, let me know in the chat, what kind of business do you have? You're a small business owner. How are you going to stand out? Like, How are you going to stand out? It's like you and I are a drop of water in the ocean. We're a grain of sand on all the beaches of the world, right? So when we're thinking about, we're small business owners, we're marketers, right? Every one of our businesses, right, is marketing, is selling. We have a program, product, or service, right? So I can see, what you do, but we're all marketers, right? And we're all in the selling business of offering our programs, products, or services to others, right? And so how do we stand out in a sea of noise? Is that a good place for us to start? Is that a good place for us to start? So coaching, therapist, real estate, insurance, consulting, health. I don't know what you mean by health. Job placement, custom shirt printer, artist, coach, teaching, right? But every one of us, like many of you think, I'm different than you. I'm not different than you. I'm a small business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. I have to figure out every single day, every week, every month, how do I reach people with my program, product, or service, right? So yes, David, we're all in sales. We're helping people, and we're in the problem solving business, and we're in the transportation business, help people go from here to there, help people move away from what they don't want to what they do want. But how do we stand out in this sea of noise? So today, I'm going to show you some of the things I've discovered about branding. I'm going to show you how do you create, your brand positioning. I'm going to show you what I've discovered in some of the online work that we do. And my goal is to help you become a smarter, better entrepreneur, marketer, whatever you want to call it, and help you make your mark in the world so you have more impact and influence. And yes, you make more money. Are we on the same page? Let me know if we're on the same page, all right? Because I want to show you some stuff, all right? So here are a couple of the big problems that, research has shown is happening right now, right? 61% of marketers, small business owners who are marketing online, are struggling with lead generation, like generating prospects, generating leads. Let me know if that happens to be you. Right? There's billions of messages a day. There's hundreds of millions of people online, a billion a day. And we're trying to make our mark in the world. And it's very, very hard to generate leads for most small business owners. Would you agree? Big time, Peter. Yeah. What about this? 70% of small business owners fail to optimize their online presence. I'm going to show you how to do that today too, by the way. You have an online presence, but you're competing with, a billion other folks who have, an Instagram page, a TikTok page, a LinkedIn page, a Facebook page. You're competing with everybody else. So am I. So am I. But how do we get the edge, right? How do we get the edge? How do we work within how these platforms work, right, online? And then businesses with strong online lead generation achieve 130% higher revenue than those that do not have a strong online lead generation system. Would you agree with that? I'm going to show you some of our systems so that you can get better at what you do. All right, I believe that's why you're here. So let's talk about 7 secrets they're going to have you. All right, 7 secrets that will explode your online revenues. Just to put into perspective, we generate somewhere between 500,000 and 700,000 new leads a year. 500,000 to 700,000 new leads a year. Our students generate tens of millions of leads online. And so I'll show you some of the stuff that they do, some of the stuff that we do, and some of the stuff that we've discovered. And we're always studying the latest, the greatest, the best. And here's a question for you. How many of you are involved, aware of using artificial intelligence right now? Anybody? Let me know I am or I'm not. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on. All right. So let's talk about number 1. All right. Everybody knows this guy, one of the wealthiest guys in the world, right? I like all the I am. I see some I'm not. Right? So Jeff Bezos, whether you like him or you don't, is irrelevant. But do you agree with his comment? Your brand is what other people say about you when you're not in the room, when they're talking about you, when you're not there. That's what your brand is all about. Maybe you personally, but even your business. Just out of curiosity, how many of you are branding yourself? Or how many of you are branding your business? So put myself, if it's myself, if you're branding you, or if it's your business or your program, product, or service. All right. How many of you are branding yourself versus branding your business? Let me know in the chat. You're going to discover a couple things. So a few things. So your business, yourself, right? You're going to discover something a little bit later on that I think will be very, very interesting. All right. So here's your brand voice, your identity. It's just not just about what you say, but how you say it. Your brand voice shapes perceptions, builds relationships, and drives engagement. Do you agree with that or not? And the quality of what you put out plus the consistency, quality plus consistency equals brand identity. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a one-woman shop or you have 500 employees. It doesn't matter. The quality of what you do plus the consistency that you do it in this sea of noise will equal your brand identity. So let me ask you a question. I'm going to show you something that we deliberately have created for the John Assaraf brand and the NeuroGym brand. For those of you that know me a little bit, there may be some of you that don't know me, don't like me, don't trust me. I get that. Some of you that know me may like me, may trust me. But what are a few words that you can share with me when you think of John Assaraf and his brand? I'm going to show you what we developed, a few years ago to position me in the marketplace. So what do you think the John Assaraf brand is all about? All right, what do you think the John Assaraf brand is all about? Consistent, so you see consistency, huge over-deliver, inner size, brain whisperer, right? Neuroscience, inner size, coach whisperer, expert, professional, successful. What do you think about verbose, Will? Yes, verbose too. Faster and easier, helping others, teaching others how to be successful, right? Integrity, success. And so that comes from the secret, Tim, trust, expertise, right? Wealth, loves purple. Yeah, I do. Very high vibrational frequency. Let me share with you, when we were developing the John Assaraf brand identity, right? Business and success, experience. Thank you. All right. So watch this. So when we were creating the John Assaraf brand, and as an online presence, we want to establish John Assaraf as an expert in mindset training and goal achievement by creating or discussing the latest updates in neuroscience, highlighting the benefits of inner size, right, through featuring John's personal life and achievement, teaching people how to achieve their goals faster and easier than ever before, right? So he said, that's the positioning based on my life and what I want to do. Does that make sense? Here's my question for you. We wrote this years ago, and then we create all of our content, our masterclasses, our posts, our emails, our invitations, right? We create it based on the brand that we wanted to show up as in the marketplace. Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you is I want you to start thinking about your brand. So ask yourself this, in the tone of how we want to show up. My tone today, masculine, aspirational, confident, raw honesty. If any of you have been on my Q&A sessions, I don't walk on eggshells. I will tell you the truth, and I'll tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, right? Confident, sharp, wise, encouraging. All right, so that was the decisions we made of how we wanted to show up, right? The look, take a look at the look, right? Bold and professional. The color palette should always be used in the video and graphic creation. In addition, we consistently want to leverage the power of images of John in action. Are we hitting the mark on the brand that we developed, 10 years ago for our online and offline presence? Are we on the mark? Yes or no? if you've seen my videos, my audios, read my books, seen any of the movies, I think 16 movies I've been in, are we hitting the mark? So here's my question for you, right? Do you have your brand identity like really thought out so you could keep building the brand, okay, in the marketplace in a sea of freaking noise? Right now, I also have my company NeuroGym, right? I also have my company NeuroGym. And so NeuroGym, the message from the NeuroGym accounts align with NeuroGym's core purpose, right? To empower the world one mind at a time. To empower the world one mind at a time. That is our mandate, right? And we use the latest in neuroscience research and success techniques to help our users achieve their goals faster and easier than ever before. How many of you would agree, and you could say no, that when you attend one of our master classes, when you're in our coaching program, when you read our materials, our books, we're helping you do that, right? We're helping you do that. And the tone, calm, empathetic, insightful, experienced, researched, organic, intelligent, grounded. So we have a color palette for that as well. So how do we integrate the two, right? How do we integrate the two? If you take a look, right, if you take a look at the John Assaraf color palette, right, and you take a look at the NeuroGym color palette, they're very, very similar, but they're working synergistically for those of you that have an individual brand or for those of you that have a company. Does this make sense? So